were at NCU, you were known as an Adventist, right?
I didn't mention that I was an Adventist.
You weren't? Well, probably not assume.
No, I was. I was, but I didn't go around telling anybody I was. I wasn't one of those professed Christian on campus.
Okay.
And I didn't hide it either. Then just assume, and just let it go. It's just that the assumption was right. I was an Adventist. I am an Adventist.
Yeah, but say the people know in a particular context is like me. Well, everybody knows what I'm about.
Even if you know me in a particular context, do you have the right to come at me and tell me what not to wear?
Is there a difference in coming out and saying, hey, this is not in accordance with what we know you to believe? Is there watch out. If people know me as an Adventist, right, or as a Christian, just take Adventist out as a Christian, right, and then I do something and I post it on social media, and the thing that I do is not in alignment with the common perception of the thing I profess to believe, is it that nobody should say, hey, you know, that's not what we are about?
I'm not saying nobody should say A,
but is there a way to do it?
Who are you to me to say A? Are you a family? Are you in my circle? Are you directly in my church? Are you in authority of me? Check your position before you come to me.
So your main contention is not that someone said something, it's who said it and how.
Who said it, how, okay. And some of the time their reason. All right, the first person that we mentioned with the swimwear, I could see through his reason, right? Because I say person of influence, blah 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 blah, which is stupid. Everybody go to the beach, anyways. Second person, bull reason. That's a bull reason.
All right, so when we come
that's a bull reason.
All right, so when we come to and say, Elvy, me see I do this thing.
You Oyeton come to Elvy?
Yes.
You Oyeton, my friend. Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Me come to you and me say, Elvy, last time I checked, you were baptized in the Adventist.
First of all, you don't talk like that. You don't talk to me like that. So no matter with that. You no matter with that. You say, what you say? Soltau? Elvis. You know, say.
Yes.
And me can tell you, say, you know, say, just blah, 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 blah. Yes. I can level with you and I can tell you, say, listen, I just, if I did the first kiss, I say, no, say, I beach, I made love it, picture, I made have to post, blah, 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 blah. Then the argument.
Okay.
In an argument, you understand? I say, another thing that I saw yesterday.
We're going to touch this in the criticism video.
I saw yesterday. Is it were those two things criticism?
No, not really. But you see, your reaction is something that I'm running from in society.
My reaction?
Yes.
I didn't react anyway out of the norm for me. To the second person, I didn't reckon away a picture, this picture of words,
of a drawing, yes.
Foolishness.
Yes, yeah, all right.
That the second one, me never reckon away. Don't talk to me for 4 years. I'm not saying don't talk to me at all. Don't talk to me for 4 years, and then the first thing you do is come at me. That I have a problem with. You understand what I say? And the reason it was in context. Don't come like you lash me without context.
Like it's just a random thing, you just post a body picture.
Right, and listen, it wasn't even a body picture. I like my arm, I see my skin right here. So I was clothed in a bathsuit settings. I was clothed. I never two-piece, nothing. You understand what I say, Oyeton? But anyways, who are we to people not gonna stop give you what they say? Alright. Let me tell you one next thing I'm gonna like now. We so start the show, no worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
One next thing I'm gonna like up to me yesterday. They put the down on my granny. And so my granny said to me, say, rain or falls. Somebody did have on this low-cut blouse, drop shoulder. My granny said, me I go give one of me clothes, me cover up.
Yes.
Out of concern for me I go sick. The person that was there, Mama, you never big say yet. None of your clothes can't go fit her.
Oh, I see.
Listen to me.
Yes.
The only reason why me make she slide, one, me never stay a long time. Two, me no want my granny feel upset in the idea. I know old people have to think about them. Me just, you can't say them things there. You understand what I mean? I say about people, I really...
Yes, I know for the past couple of years you have been really passionate about fat shaming.
Not only...
body shaming. Let me not say fat shaming.
Body shaming, overall, because me not like it done to skinny people either. You understand what I mean? I say, Oyeton people are struggle.
Yes, I don't know what the person's struggle is.
I said it in a previous video, it's gonna come before this. I said, people tell me I'm fat. People tell me I'm fat. Like, I was okay. You're fat. I'm like, oh, me fat? This is fat? This is too much? You know what I mean? I know that you appreciate fat placed very good places.
Yes.
Right?
That is an open secret. That is an open secret.
You appreciate fat placed in very, very good places.
Yes.
My problem is Oyeton.
Not everybody is.
It's the same thing with the first person. Don't not see me for years, and that's the first thing you do. Come at me about something. Elvy Soltau is open to what we're going to talk about in the next episode. I'm very open to it. But if me realize, say, whatever you said to me, one, you not see me a long time. Two, blah, 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 blah. If you come to me and you say, Elvy, I know, say, you look fat. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say, I struggle with this because I have this really hard. If you come to me like that, if you come to me, what girl, I say, I like it. You know what I'm saying?
So it's the approach.
Approach and the context. Another thing, check your position in a people's life.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that because even on Twitter, that's why like most of my followers and people who I follow, we don't know each other personally. So I only know like 7 of my followers are people who I follow. Zine. So when I see them post certain things. A little bit. I'm nobody on Twitter. But I'm making a larger point.
Is somebody on Twitter?
Yes, yeah, a lot of people are somebody on Twitter. So the larger point I'm making is that if you don't like know people and you see them write something that you know is controversial, just grind your teeth and swallow your spit and scroll past it. I have to do that. It's not in my nature to do it, but I have to learn to do it.
Look here, I posted on Facebook too.
You have included this.
You
have included this.
Yeah, well, not the scenarios, but it's not in there. Look here, not because it's a comment. You have to comment. You have to scroll.
Alright, watch out. That's a double-edged sword, no? Because let me tell you why.
No.
Hold on, Elvy. Let me tell you why.
Situations are coming in now. Scroll.
Yes, but listen.
Some things where then people are respond to can't scroll.
Listen. Hear what I say. It's a double-edged sword. If you put something out there on the internet, on a platform that enables people to comment, you can't vex if people say things, you know. You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
think about it. You've made a decision to put this part of yourself out there, and you know there's a comment section that you did not disable. People are going to say things, so you can't really vex. But at the same time, the commenters, if you know themselves and know, say, watch out, this thing is touchy. If you don't know this person, just leave it alone. I have learned to do that.
So it's responsibility on both users. The creator of the post and the
and if you go to Twitter to vent, disable the comment section.
But you know why it's a debate topicable whatever the word is. I lost it.
But I understand what you're saying.
Persons really hate something and deliberately comment on it. It's a practice on the internet, and not only that, persons are commenting out of boredom.
Yes.
All right, look at this situation.
And looking for clapbacks and likes.
Look at this situation with Lizzo, right? And Lizzo. So she posted
of robust construction.
She
posted.
I had to unfollow her. Not that I really like her talent, but I had to unfollow her because every scroll, she naked. Okay. I don't want that on my feed, so I'm unscroll. Not that I'm saying me love nakedness. I don't want to see her nakedness. Anyways, no. Okay. So I'm talking about something that happened to her. She posts she go on 10-day juice cleanse. So she never feel well inside. She like eats on junk food and she go on 10. People literally at her say how she disappoint them because she did the representation of the
body positive.
And what is body positive? If I go out there slim and say that's body positivity, but if me go out there slim and say I love my body, they might cost me. Say me want more. So what is this culture of body positivity? If I have a slim frame and I can't be positive about it, body positivity only becomes a topic when it's a fat person.
Yes, and there's a certain level of hypocrisy. But let us start the show. Like this is gonna stop it. I'm gonna just continue.
This coming like our conversation
in real life.
And a long time gonna say, oh my god. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Paint and Spill.
It's about 8 years.
I'm your host.
Sorry.
Elvy. 8 years.
About that.
I'm not sure. Okay, today on Paint and Spill, yes, you see all of the conversation there before, blah, 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 blah. I'm not cutting it out, I love it. Today on Paint and Spill, I have my friend. I'm glad to see you. Like that's time I get up so late this morning because I couldn't sleep because me I say, Oyeton really come tomorrow? Oyeton left all the way from Mobby, yes. Come to Elvy. Me did thank you for coming. So Oyeton is my friend. We met at NCU. Well, I don't remember how we met, but I try to remember.
I think it was at Pastor Henry's house.
There we met. We used to see each other there, but that's a
I think that was where we cemented our friendship.
So anytime we see each other, we don't have any pictures together. And here's why.
Yeah.
I have pictures with everybody. You know that. Here's why we don't have any picture. Anytime we see each other, conversation and it nah stop.
Yes.
Does it?
No time for phone. Just. Reasoning.
You just hold that. We never say, yeah, I'm a friend, and we just got it just happen. I like it. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome,
really appreciate you coming here and doing this with me.
The boss might drop off.
The what?
The boss
yeah. I don't know what I'm to make it slack. So Oyeton is here today. Oyeton is here today to talk to me about whatever we want to talk to. Don't at us. Well, at us if you want, we will reply. But first, we're going to talk about him. So Oyeton, you're a medical technologist by profession, right?
Yes.
I'm happy that you are here because I've wanted you since I started to teach. I say, Oyeton, you have to come talk to me with them because guess what? I don't think they know about this. Yeah, about this profession. So I want you to tell us who is a medical technologist.
Well, a medical technologist or a medtech for short.
First of all, we are paint. Sorry.
I will be making a pathetic attempt to paint a nature scene.
All right.
With the sun, some trees, and like a half bird there, the one when I go so.
On paint and spell, we only know how to paint junker. So that's right. Yes. He's gonna paint a junker.
Oh, so I have to paint while I talk?
Yes, paint and answer questions.
That stress me out.
So who is that? One time I said, am I asking my guests to do too much?
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are. I think no much brush to start with.
Anyone you want.
Yes, so a medtech is a person, is a clinical laboratory scientist who is a person who works in the lab, right? Whose responsibility it is to produce accurate results for the doctors so that they can treat their patients for any disease that they suspect they may be having or developing, and they also produce lab results to aid in the diagnosis of diseases. So the diagnosis, treatment, and monitoring of disease.
So when we go to the doctor and the doctor send us to do a blood test, you get that blood, right?
So,
to analyze.
So depending on the institution that you work at, the medtech may be the person who is actually taking the sample from the patient.
Right.
So I may be the one drawing the blood or collecting the urine or whatever the case may be. Or I can have someone who takes the blood.
Right.
And then, should I wait?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So we can have somebody who call a phlebotomist who actually takes the sample and then they send it to the lab and we do the testing. So yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah. So what am I supposed to wash off this now or just put it back in this?
Oh God, me never get 1 second brush, 1 second water. I forgot. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll work without. Me just change my brush. Yeah, go ahead. Look here now, I have one question. When I go to I have to do a blood test a lot because I want me have, so they have to constantly check in my blood. When I go, they can't find my vein.
You have some small veins here.
What did they
normally use? Well, and I don't have a tourniquet not to tie in your hand. But,
yes, they have to do that. One time I have to tie 2 part them.
Okay.
Look here now. Me get lick your foot.
Yes.
Because
they meet up your hand.
That lick them off lick me, but how do you wait? But I can't see it. Is it why mine them so small?
So you have some small ones here. They're very fine. You have one right there. They're green. One right there. But hold on. We can use a special needle called a butterfly needle. It's the smallest needle
that
we have. Use. Right, and we stick it there. Because these veins that are near the surface, they're very fragile most times.
Right.
So if you stick them with a regular needle, they're going to blow and just collapse.
So
Alternatively, they can stick it down here.
But they don't like to go there. Why they don't like to go there?
It's more painful. For you. So make a fist.
No, this. So when I go
there
to the lab,
right here.
When I go to the lab, I have to get beat up bad. Yes. But make some question. But if I cut myself, blood is there. So why only can't just take? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. When you slice your skin like this, we cannot collect the blood efficiently because it goes run and spill all over the place, right? And you risk contaminating the sample with something called tissue fluid or tissue factor. So it's
best directly from the vein.
Yes, it's best to wait. Yo, Jamo.
No worry yourself about foolishness. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's best to just make a small incision, go straight into the vein, pull out what we need, and then that's it. Instead of having this big long thing running down your, and then the scarring and it's not ideal.
It makes sense now. How were you introduced to this field? Because let me say, students, little pitney want to be doctor, lawyer, blah blah blah. You know, hear a child that said they want to be a medical.
Because nobody knows about
yeah, so
us.
I mess up. How were you introduced to the field?
It was sort of an accident.
Accident?
Yeah, because I didn't know what a medtech was either. I'm telling you the truth. What happened is that I went to an Adventist high school and I got a partial scholarship and I was accepted to NCU to study biochemistry.
Oh.
So I was going to do biochemistry, and my mom has a friend who said to her, look, when you go to NCU and you study biochemistry, it's not a professional degree. No, I'm not throwing shade at any biochemistry majors, right? But in Jamaica, when you get a bachelor degree with biochemistry,
it's difficult to be employed.
No, it's not. No, it's easy to be employed, but you're not going to be employed as a biochemist.
Oh.
But there are professional degrees like nursing and medtech, right? So when you do those degrees, you are given the title medical technologist right away, as opposed to the biochemistry where you have to do further studies to be acclaimed as a biochemist. Oh. You understand? So it's an easier way to get a profession, so to speak. So that's how that ended up happening. So it was an accident.
I don't want it to be an accident for my children. So those of you who are watching, there's this cool job you get to assess, analyze, is the right word?
Yeah.
People's blood.
And I mean, there are different samples.
I think you guys are very important.
Over 70% of
right.
decisions that doctors make are based on the results that we provide.
Right. So look here now. When we go to a doctor one time, right? The doctor have a lab, a physiotherapy, and his office on the same building.
Yeah, the complexes, yeah.
If I had known what I know now, I would go study either physiotherapy and marry a doctor. So we'll just keep the money in one place.
In the family.
Or if I have the chance to do life over again, there are some professions that I would definitely go in engineering, medicine,
STEM, all the STEM fields.
Sports.
But you are partially in STEM. You teach STEM.
Yeah. But
yeah,
then again, I'm gonna inspire persons to go into STEM, and then they're gonna come and become multi-millionaires before I do.
Yeah, I still there. So.
I'm still there. One teacher posted on TikTok, one Jamaican teacher follow up on TikTok. She said, when my students are rich and go on vacation twice a year, she's not even want a car. Man, what can this system do for teachers? But we're not talking about teachers today, we're talking about you. I have a question because
go ahead.
We're living now pandemic right now, and there was an increased demand on your area.
Right now, I'm tired, as you see me.
I'm tired.
Yep.
How has COVID shifted? Not maybe other countries had greater resources than us, but how has it shifted for medical technologists in Jamaica?
All right. Well, so for my institution now, we have to take on an additional workload. People might be saying, well, medtechs don't provide care for patients like the nurses do or the doctors do. Well, that's true, but we have to now take on the additional burden of testing, because prior to 2019, there was no such thing as COVID-19. They were just doing regular lab work, testing for normal infectious diseases, dengue, syphilis, HIV, whatever. Now, here comes this thing that is airborne, right? And people are being affected by it. So now, my workload has increased significantly because I have to my institution has trained medtechs to actually do the swabs for people. They need a pharyngeal swab where they push the thing they push the thing from here to here. I'm trained to do that now. So
how far you go, Oyeton?
Well, best practice is that you cover the distance from your nose to your ear.
Make some question though.
So it's like
let me ask you a question though, right?
Yeah.
If somebody can sneeze on me and I can catch it, why can't saliva and other fluids other than going in your nose test for the things?
All right, so there is something known as the infectious dose, right? That is the amount of a microbe. That's the amount of any germs that is needed, that's required to transmit a disease, right? So, you know, someone can sneeze on you and the virus is contained in the droplets that come out of your mouth and your nose, right? But in order for us to get an accurate test, we need much more of the virus than is produced in a cough or a sneeze. So that's why we have to go into the place where the virus lives. The virus lives in your nasopharynx. So you have to push the swab in there, swirl it around, and take it out.
So what about the other one where they wanted to do?
What are you talking about?
Did you never see the article? Or it was a satire? They wanted to go to the rectum.
I am not aware of that. I am not aware of that.
No.
You must pardon my
no,
my ignorance.
It could be satire. This is the internet. It could be satire.
Yes, I'm not aware of that at all. But that's a very funny
No, but
proposition. You guys have to. Well, we won't be the one to collect that sample. Yeah.
So now you're working as a medical technologist, right? But where do you see yourself? Do you have a 5-year plan? I love how you come and make me feel like me can paint. Me appreciate it.
So you a style me thing already?
No, I just love say. So
Right.
finally I have a guest that
Right now I am looking at doing a master's degree in forensic science. I like the program at UA. So that's where I'm looking for.
Master's
that's where I'm looking
degree
at,
in forensic science.
Yeah. That's where I'm
You
looking.
want to go on crimes? You want to be a police officer?
You know, my father was actually the one who taught me out of being a police officer.
Talk to you out. You looks like I remember the conversation.
Yeah.
But you could do that.
Yeah, there should be space for CSI in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Especially with this commissioner of police, he seems to be very data
I wonder
driven.
if somebody new in a position because it look quick. From what the things look quick.
Yep. Jamaica I, which is an initiative of GOJ, but it is being used well by the police. And this police commissioner, General Anthony Anderson, I like him. He seems to be very data driven, and he has a push to modernize the police force. I like him.
Nice.
I think he's doing well.
So next time I see you,
How me look?
you look good, but just that trouble you. You're doing the best that you can do, right?
Style thing, no. me ear style Elva. Me ear style Elva. You only get a stomach.
So weird. This is the question that I like because
you can use it to block the brush.
That is to block the brush.
Remember, I haven't done this thing since prep school, my people. You have to see with me.
No, so this is so nice. This is
play
therapy.
Red.
Look here, right? This is I was happy to write this question, right? Because I want to hear what you think about yourself and to see if that's how I see you, right? How would you describe yourself? I'm gonna tell you if that's how I see you.
As a person who chat too much.
No, I don't.
You can't tell me that, but you ask me my opinion of myself.
Yeah,
yes.
all right.
So what do you mean by?
All right, you do talk, but I don't think it's too much.
What is the factor that determines too much, Elvy?
The person who is listening.
Okay, so yes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
Right,
or in this case, too much is in the ears of the listener.
I don't like long voice notes, and we send each other long voice notes, and I don't have a problem. You see,
you sure you just don't like the sound of my voice?
What do you mean? No, me like your thoughts.
You don't like the baritone?
No.
So you're trying,
not even think about that.
What you trying to say, Elvy? Me sound like a girl?
No, I like your opinion.
Okay.
You listen.
Even though we argue so much.
I've never learned anything from anybody that I've agreed with.
That's smart.
Somebody teach me that from in a sixth form and I never let it go. Big up myself, Whitney. I've never learned. That's why I'll always come to you because guess what? I can oppose, you can oppose, and the conversation will still flow. Like in some people, once you oppose them, they feel like you are attacking.
Like you are the enemy.
Attacking them. I'm like, what the hell? No, sister. I had to stop talking to somebody because one, I valued her opinion, but she never realized that I was arguing. I'm not arguing. I want to hear what you think because I know you have an opposite view than me, so me I come prick your brain for hear what you think, you know?
Yeah, and I think what you are alluding to is something that we are losing especially in the advent of social media, where people don't seem to be able to let all views content. That's one thing I loved about Ian Boyne's program, Religious Heart Talk. Ian Boyne He's a former Seventh-day Adventist. He's a Christian. But he still gives space to the Rastafarians, the people who believe in the New Age thing, atheists, Mutabaruka.
Because it's religious heart talk.
Not Christian heart
talk. And you have to read. And this is to the persons who, not the persons who are replying, the ones who are directing the conversation. You can listen to somebody without your views, your fundamental views being changed, right? Oyeton is an Adventist at heart. We talk politics. If me want a politics opinion in me, I go to, although I really follow it, but I trust his opinion about the politics. We talk about LGBT.
You flatter me, Elvy.
We talk about LGBT. None of us belong to the LGBT community. None of us plan to belong to the LGBT community. But we talk about it. You understand what I say?
Abortion.
You can talk abortion. None of us are having any. He can't. And I'm not planning to have any abortion.
If I try wash out this, but then I wash out. Or leave that. It's
another one.
Alright.
There's another one, right? Yeah. You can talk to somebody who has opposing views and remain unchanged. And that's my problem with Christians. And I want to talk to you about the church, right? Why is it that 10 people in a car, 2 of them are Christians, and the music has to change to suit the Christians? 10 people in a car, 2 Christians. Why is it that the music has to change to suit the Christians?
Who says it has to?
Isn't that the culture? Tell me I'm lying.
Well,
tell me. Oh no, Brother John in here, me can't play.
Alright, look.
Or it start play and Brother John say, hey, me in here. Why is it that we take that stance? Why is it that Christians aren't more accommodating? That's my question. If you accommodate me, you're going to lose your way, so Christ?
No, it's hard for me to speak on the collective whole.
Right, we just want your opinion. I know you speak on them, for them.
What I can say is that we, I'm not trying to spoil this,
Go on ahead, man, it's whatever you do.
Yeah, we need to realize that we live in a world with everybody else.
Exactly.
So, if it is the case that you have friends who play or who like a particular genre of music that you don't appreciate, there are options. You either bring your own music, plug in your earphones.
Exactly.
Or if push come to shove,
don't go
with them. Yeah, or don't go with them. I mean, I am certain that if you travel on public transportation, you have very little control over what the driver chooses to play.
Exactly.
Although I seem to recall that it is illegal for music to be played in public transportation. Music. Like there's not supposed to be any radio at all.
Well, I love that.
No, I think it's illegal. But listen, in Jamaica we don't really follow certain things.
If that's it, if you find that out, because guess what, you have people where deaf, you have people where use hearing aid, you have people with sense
they have sensory differences.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to say. Right? Why music in our store? I have no idea.
I don't know. But so the larger point I'm making is that look, if you don't agree with something, just try to remove yourself from the situation.
Exactly.
Right? And if you think that these people are your friends and they should know what you stand for, if they are not prepared to accommodate you out of the goodness of their heart, just part company with them.
Listen, I'm not
you hear what I said?
I know what you're saying, but listen. Alright, you're going collectively as a group to a destination. Only 2 Christians on the thing out of 80 people. Or only 2 Christians will have a problem out of 80 people. Why should the 78...
So far. Yeah, man.
Oh, you're right. Let me
that's 78, I don't know why you laugh.
Why did me think you did it wrong? Why the 78 must sit in your thing and all people money to be here? Otherwise, only you, the Christian, the 2 Christians have a problem. And the next 78 must suffer because you don't like to hear 2 hours worth of music. You know, that's going to affect you. 2 hours worth of music going to affect your life.
It can, but the point I'm making is this. Know yourself. If you are uncomfortable, look, the first time, alright, fine. You know, you never know say the music will affect you this way. The next time, bring your own music, or if you say to them, say, yo, I don't like the music I want to play, you know, If I cannot play it, me just look me one drive. It's not hard, you know. It's not hard.
Not hard at all.
I'm sure everybody grandmother tell them say where no bones are provided, no dogs are invited. If you cannot be comfortable in a scenario, take away yourself.
You don't describe yourself? How we can chat to?
This is why we have no pictures.
We no pictures.
No
Me actually
pictures.
glad
So we
me
have
have
no
video
pictures.
now. So they don't describe yourself, so you think you talk a lot.
Alright. Yeah, like let me tell you something. I am hesitant to describe myself.
Did they make you feel bad as a child?
No. But you see, there's something, I think it's called the Johari window, where people see things about you that you don't see. So I prefer to leave the description of myself up to other people. So tell me, what kind of person am I?
But when you go to a job interview, they ask
If you're not interview, you give me work, you give me.
You might never know. Somebody's watching, and if you're watching, please like, subscribe, and share.
And share, yes.
I Elvy Soltau value you. So my opinion probably biased. Somebody might find you talking too much as annoying because they don't value you. I value opinion. So if me see some bullshit on Twitter, immediately your first person might yo, what go on with this? And you will say this something, say really blah 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 blah, case maybe. Me not gonna go to another small-minded person and ask them, but
Elvy, you can't be small-minded, how dare you?
I'm so sorry, but you are. The things that we talk about, only about two people else, me can talk about them with it. Me I tell you that for sure. Right? And some of these things are in here. We're gonna get to them. Oh my god, we soon get to them. I guess me have one more question on the paper and then we get to them. Look here now. Okay. I think you are, what is important to me, I think that you are a man of your word. So if you say yes, I mean yes. If you say no, I mean no.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I try to make that
right.
a thing, yeah.
Right. So you're opinionated, man of your word. Even though the world is changing, you still hold to your Christian values, although me tackle them sometimes.
I mean, all is fear in love and war.
What? Yeah, you must be able to defend your faith if somebody tackle it. Right? Anyways, last question on this paper. I know you work in a very...
See that it make it brown, the red, the yellow, and the black.
How do you balance work, family, and church? Can you know some people then turn professional and church get X out?
No, I don't think I'll ever leave church behind, honestly. Well, work, obviously, because you have to eat, and you have to pay bills, you have to pay for the car, you have to pay for the rent, blah, blah, blah.
I'm married. I didn't mention
Yes,
that because we did that
I am married. I am married. I celebrate, we celebrate our second anniversary on Wednesday.
Wednesday gone or
No,
Wednesday
coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're not gone yet though. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Tell him happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Listen, this man,
tell him the story.
Tell him the story. I don't want summer, right? I did need somebody's number. And I don't know if you follow me on WhatsApp or Facebook. You know me have this, I can safely call it an intuition. So I said, who can I ask for this person's number? And I don't know why you were the first person to come up. I said, yo, can I get Carrie number, please? Whoops. I said, how did this number come to me so quickly?
Yeah.
And we're in two different departments. So we were in education.
Sales, yeah.
And he was in medical technology. I said, what is
the linkage here?
Link, right?
What is the linkage
then, lo and behold,
yeah.
The link. How were you? All right, I know that you're married, but were you dreaming of your wedding day?
When?
Before you're married.
No, sir.
When did did dream about your wedding?
No, men don't dream about that.
When did you
men
start?
don't dream about that kind of stuff. Because we are not. Look, and I'm going to state a broad concept here. Men are interested in things, and women are interested in people. So, from a girl is young, she wants to be a princess. She thinks about getting married, and generally speaking, Elvy.
I guess I'm not a girl.
Stop it! I made sure to say generally speaking. Right? Men don't generally go around fantasizing about that kind of stuff.
I think it's how you're socialized. How they socialize boys versus girls. Have you met some question? Have you ever received a rose?
No.
I saw an experiment, and the preface was the first time men get roses at their funeral.
That's true.
And
Come on,
I think
flaws.
I want to. It's not a matter of like where you giving it.
No,
If
but
somebody gives it to you,
what would I do with it?
what would you do? No,
Probably dash
you
it
wanna,
away.
well, yeah, but you. So that's what we do with the flowers when we get them. If you want them, we'll get the day where people celebrate. When you get them, we just throw them away. Students give me them a lot. The ones that my students give me, I keep them though. They're in a box.
Nice save.
People just throw them away. But the feeling of getting one, I think we should.
Yeah, but Elvy, you see, all right, you're right. Socialization. Hold on. Socialization is important, but there's a reason why people are socialized in different ways. What is that? What is that? Mount Everest?
Mountains and grass and sky.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm finished.
You finished? Oh, yes, you're finished? He said he's finished, so because he
Well done,
finished,
well
we're
done.
finished.
Let me
This
see
is
if
my
we can-
painting. Is she not done yet? Are you finished paint? Well, we can actually talk free then.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, this multitasking thing is very hard, you know. You have to talk and focus and I say, oh,
Yeah, show them your painting.
wait.
Am I getting better? Or just some of the things that we paint in previous faces?
No, we're ahead.
Well, a year
Exactly.
still, right? Nobody
You know,
can
style
tell.
me thing too.
All right, wait. We want to get to this box.
All right, people, this is my painting. This is what the great size 10 Clarke came up with.
People still color size that?
Yep. This is what the great size 10 Clarke came up with. A pathetic nature scene.
Why are you?
Eh?
No, don't do that. You are imposing what you think about it to the people.
Okay, this
by
is what.
calling
Okay,
it pathetic.
this is what the great size 10 came up with. You can make of it what you will, you know.
Yes.
All right.
Are you proud of it?
Of course, of
Okay,
course.
that's
It is,
the
it
best
is the
thing.
work of my hands.
I'm proud of this.
Yeah.
I'm proud of this. All right, no more painting. No more painting.
Yeah, we can just talk.
So this box, right?
That is a box of death.
Right. I did a version of this already, what we call opinion generator. Just random topic.
So where we can put this? Come in
You can
one.
put make it dry. One random topic, and you have to give me an opinion. But this one is different. This one actually have questions in there. I was the one that wrote the questions. He doesn't know, but I don't know which one is coming first, right? So yeah, thanks. Put them in a year water. So I'm gonna randomly pull a question from the box. Then we're gonna talk about it, right?
People, some of my views may offend you. Don't kill yourself.
I mean, that's something, but that's gonna be harsh. So the first one is there life on other planets? Do you think there's life on other planets?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking Oyeton.
Okay,
Don't give
alright.
me the church opinion.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna ask you.
Give me an opinion outside of church.
Yeah,
ideology.
like it's possible. Obviously, I've never been to another planet, so I cannot say it definitively. But I see no reason to discredit the theory that there may be life on other planets.
Listen, from what the scientists...
And when we say life, life is a broad term.
Right.
So it may be humanoid stuff, humanoid creatures,
Or
like little
animals.
green men, or it could be animals, different types of animals. It could be bacteria, it could be a virus, it could be
Right.
But
Because
yeah, living things, I think it's likely.
as scientists, when we never talk about living humans.
Right.
When the first topic is
Life.
characteristics of
Life,
living
right.
things,
Movement, reproduction,
excretion,
right.
respiration, irritability, nutrition, and growth.
Right.
And if you
And
find
certain combination
something,
of those things,
and
because
if-
not all of them have all seven.
if you find some things that are
That are
meet the
5 out of
criteria,
7.
that's life.
Yes,
You understand what I say? Me not tell a lie. I didn't start thinking about this until I started watching Flash and the multiverse and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but a multiverse is different from,
It's different from
another
different
planet, still
planets.
because
I know, but that
your mind open to the concept after
when
after
I was
Flash.
alone, I had to
Never
stop
moved it.
watching that. Yeah, you can't give me.
Yeah, I think it's in the way of the camera.
I doubt it, but you can give me. Right. All right, next one.
But yeah, definitely, I would say that there can be life.
Why this one come up? But I'm glad it come up so we can talk about it. Is it ethical to eat meat?
Ethical?
To
No,
eat meat?
no, meat is not an
And
ethics question.
I said that
meat
like
is
this
not an ethics question. I know you're laughing because I'm a
because he's
vegetarian.
a vegetarian.
Yeah, but no, look.
You've always been a vegetarian?
Yes.
You've never tasted chicken?
No,
Beef?
I don't know.
None of your friends
Hold on.
prank you?
No, hold on. Let me tell you. I think I ate beef one time by accident.
mistake?
Yeah, by accident.
Who give you?
No, I know somebody give me.
Oh,
I'm a
oh.
fool.
Yeah.
I was working at Maxfield Avenue at the time. I lab 113 and a half.
When you're
Maxfield
old?
Avenue. Yes. Elvy, I laugh. So I went to, well, let me tell you the story.
teacher.
I went to a mother's at, I think it's York Plaza. And my order patty, you see me? So I don't know if it is that I said give me a power patty, because power patty is a veggie patty, right? At Mother's. I don't know if it is that I said give me a power patty and they give me the wrong patty, or but I said give me a patty and they give me a beef patty. I think it's a beef patty. So I buy the patty and I say,
oh, this tastes
this tastes like smoke. Like legit and it's not like it tastes like it burn up, it just tastes like smoke.
Oh my god.
So I say, I buy it here again and I say, no man, this is not a power patty.
20 odd years of your
life.
Like
20 because I graduated at 20.
So your parents, them never give you meat?
No.
So, are you open to trying meat?
I don't think I can.
You don't think you can?
No, because I don't like raw stuff.
You don't like raw
stuff?
stuff?
I eat fish and me not going to season the fish and fry it. I am weird like that. Don't look on Karen.
Me have to look, cause me I wonder if me I look, she not look on me, but me I look at me and say, do you eat your fish like that as well? No, but guess what? I'm not laughing because I was having an idea recently. I think that's what's killing us, the seasoning.
Seasoning?
Yeah, you realize the population, the race that uses the most seasoning, them have hypertension, blah blah blah. And them say, I would want, if I ever come out of my laziness, I would like to do a research paper. Like, trust me, I credit my laziness for all what me not do.
Well, you may not be wrong, but it may not be as big a contributing factor as you think.
I think it is.
Mainly the salt.
Yes.
The salt, that will lead to hypertension.
Salt base.
Yeah, the salt and the sugar.
We use a lot.
Yeah, and this. So they season the meat and they cook it with the seasoning. They add sauces to it and then they have the dips and so maybe.
And then the quenchy web.
Yes.
And it's a big thing on Twitter. I know you don't use TikTok, but TikTok they joke.
I'm a dinosaur. I'm not on TikTok or Instagram.
They joke a lot about the culture. They joke a lot about
why
culture.
People using the salt and pepper.
See, yeah, like
I'm aware of that.
It's a running joke.
Yeah.
All right, next one, ready?
So yeah, but meat is not a matter of ethics.
So somebody will come to you and say, so where you get your B12 or whatever? Where you get your B12?
Fish and fortified foods.
Exactly. I don't like people who
many of the cereals are fortified, so they infuse them with B12.
I don't like people that come at vegetarians like them are missing.
Like where you eat.
Yeah, we know
like brother. You know, fun fact. Did you know that broccoli has more protein per gram than chicken?
Did you know that? I'll never eat broccoli. I hate it.
Well, I am stating a fact.
Maybe how it was prepared. The time, like them stir fried, I never like it. And it just look ugly. A woman's place. A woman's place is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What is it?
I said, eh.
Oh, I think I say yeah. I'm going to say.
No,
everybody eats. Everybody eats. We talked about that already. I don't know why.
So
yours
came okay.
I don't know what.
I thought we were going to talk about it.
Serious? Oh, you want to talk about it? I talk about it.
Why do people say that?
Why do I guess.
Because there's a reason for it. There's a reason behind it.
Roles.
But how did those roles come about?
Out of need taking care of the family. So somebody needed to provide the food and somebody needed to prepare it.
Right.
But why? When did it become? Because you have a vagina, you have to do it. When did it become that?
Alright, so here's the thing now. I think, and what we are doing now, investigating the claim is important. It's important not to hear things and just dismiss them outright, right?
Right.
There was a time when a woman's place was in the kitchen. Let us not deny that. There was a time. Elvy, pause. Hello.
I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying. I don't want to deny that.
Elvy.
It wasn't because you're a woman in the kitchen. It was, listen, this is hard. I think this is hard labor. I'm gonna be the one to do it.
All right,
because that time they were going to the field.
Right. So let us do some context. Let us set some context. Whether you believe in Adam and Eve or the Stone Age or Darwinism, whatever, there was a time when mankind did not have the luxury of going to Price Mart or General Foods or Shoppers Fair to pick up.
They had to
some chicken breast. You had to run down an animal, catch it, kill it, skin it, and roast it, and take it back to the hut or the whatever to eat. Right? So someone had to go and catch the animal, someone had to go and plant the corn or whatever, and the men usually do that because it's manual labor, requires muscle mass, a lot of, isn't it? And
agility,
physical strength, right? Isn't it? Whereas women, since they were not as physically robust as men, they stayed home with the children, they breastfed, they kept the hut clean, right? And hold on every before you just relax. Right? So there was a time when women's place was in the kitchen and in the home. I think it's about the time of the Industrial Revolution, and with the advent of the birth control pill, where women got more. Well, not, should I say got?
They were now able to control how many children they had, and so they were free up to go
to work.
So this is what I want. This is where I want to take you with me, right? I love that you.
So now a woman's place is not in the kitchen.
That's where I want to take. That's where I don't want you to go back with us and don't come back with us. So back then, the place was there, the function, the role. I catch the meat, you prepare it, boom. Yeah. But the times has changed due to the fact that you mentioned Industrial Revolution.
The pill and the Industrial Revolution.
So women now are able to be just as agile.
You see? Oh, you're painting anyone here nasty. You're pissing me. People look at me.
Because I was touching the paper. Plus, I don't know where they want to come from. I was touching the paper. Listen, it's evidence of hard work.
Whatever.
So times has changed, and now both persons are out hunting, gathering.
Yes, the new hunting is working.
The new hunting is working too, and now we're both able to go out there and hunt because of birth control. But listen, I want it to stay on birth control.
I know where you're ask me.
Where am I going?
You're going to ask me already? You're going to ask me why there is no birth control for men.
I asked already.
Yes, and I told you why.
Why? I don't remember. I always bring it up with people, so me know me.
And they're always shocked, right? They was like, you know, so never think about that. I have thought about it. This is my response. Science is lazy.
I don't want you to say that.
No,
because look how many they made for women. They couldn't be lazy to make that many for women.
We can finish now?
Alright, finish.
Good.
Because
science is lazy, right? It is easier to control one egg than millions of sperm. Think about it, Elvy. If you know that a woman produces one egg per month, Zine, it's easier to make something for either catch the egg, destroy it, or prevent the sperm from reach it than trying to control billions of little cells.
What about the compassion of the scientists? Okay, you did this. No science has
no compassion. Science as a discipline has no compassion. It's ruthless.
No, so let me make
so it's biology, by the way.
Let me make some points, right? Let me make some points. I hope I don't.
Is there an abortion question in there?
Yeah. Let me make some points, right? Let me make some points. Where are the points? Come back to my points. One, they had the time. And I want to tap into what about the compassion? You know that these things are hurting us, bloating us up, giving us extreme acne, giving us difficult side effects. No one in the science field can say, okay, now we're going to make something different to at least help the women. And how long since the first birth control was made? They had the time. So
60s, I think.
So say it was easy to control the egg. This has been years later. You had the time to carry out the research for somebody, a profession that is
bright people.
Not bright people, let me say them fast and they want to find things. They want to find that word me lost. For a profession that wants to find answers. Surely they're not looking to find this answer. And I think I want to allude to the fact that there is sexism in medicine. In the birth control aspect. Why is it that, and look how you get a raw deal. There's nothing for you, only just cut it and done.
Yeah, the vasectomy.
And even with that now, men don't want the vasectomy. They don't want to wear they don't want to wear condoms. They would never take a birth control pill, and they don't want to do the vasectomy. And the vasectomy is easier than tubal ligation. Why is it that everything I must give up for everything that must be sacrificed for the union, I have to sacrifice it. I have to sacrifice my health so we don't have a child. I have to sacrifice my health so we don't have any more children. And what do? Walk around with a willy-dilly putting other people to?
No, you're assuming that I'm giving you. But
Not
no.
you.
No, well, not me, but no, you're assuming that I'm gonna give one. But anyway,
general.
all right. So you raised 3 points. You said Jesus, me forget.
Me say them have the time to make.
No man, no, not that.
Sexism.
No.
Which one? I
Star.
said so much. I
You said
so
3
much.
things. I mean, remember them as we start. I forget. John one, my brain fry out. Maybe we can come back to that.
Just say your points.
What?
Just say with your points. Do you think there is sexism in
no,
dating?
wait, before we get there. Remember, and this was just my opinion about science being lazy.
Right.
I don't speak on behalf of those. But you see, you can't say that there is no research.
Right.
Because the fact that there is no new product doesn't mean that the research isn't ongoing.
Right.
No, I don't know if it is ongoing or not. I don't know.
None of us.
But you are just questioning the lack of results.
Right.
And we could both be wrong. I could be wrong and you could be wrong. But that I just think it's easier to control one thing than the other thing. No, you may argue that it's unfair.
It's unfair.
But biology is unfair. Why is it that woman is the one who stuck with the baby?
Right.
Growing the baby. I mean, it's biology.
Why can't interchange that? You have this one, I have the next
exactly.
one.
So the point I'm making is but biology
that would be so fun.
Biology is an unfair thing. It's not like in chemistry where you have some reactions that are reversible. Like, you know, if you add a acid to a base, you get a salt and a water, and sometimes if you combine the salt and the water, you get by the acid and the base. It doesn't work like that in biology. Biology, central dogma. DNA makes RNA.
I'm a woman.
Yes, DNA makes RNA. Women have the eggs, men have the sperm. Sperm meet egg. Baby grow inside a woman, come out of woman breastfeed. So there are just some things that just are. It doesn't. I'm sorry, you know it's on our way. But they just are, and it's nobody's fault.
But biology.
It's just biology. So it's easier.
Wait, no.
And when I say that science is lazy, don't underestimate that, because in science we deal with long numbers, and we have invented something called the scientific notation, where instead of writing out this long number, you just write 1.03 to 23 instead of writing out. You understand?
So last thing on the birth control thing, because if you follow me,
and I know the abortion thing is coming up. So
it's in there.
I know it's in there.
I can take it out. Look, you know, something there more. Say a product was made.
Would I take it?
Then comes in the willingness of males. Would you take it?
Perhaps.
When I asked in my class now, 100%. I've been teaching 2 years now, 3 years now, this thing, and I always ask the males, would you say no? Why would the side effects bad? So no, that's a I should say
that brother, never you say that. Don't say that. What I will say though is that once I read the literature about the product. I must say project and products, they come out in tangle up in my mouth. Once I read the literature about the product and I'm satisfied with it, I'll take it. Yeah.
So what kind of birth control are you using now?
Me not use none. Me not use none.
You not use none?
No.
Why you not using it?
For?
But you don't.
The only birth control that men can use is a condom.
Are you ready to be a parent?
No.
So what are you doing? And when I mean you know.
Oh, you mean
the unit?
Us?
Yeah, the unit.
Oh,
the unit.
Yes. Carol is using the pill. So I am trusting her to take the pills.
Look at you.
Yeah, right?
Gamble,
living dangerously, right?
Gamble. But push come to shove. Is parenting something you're interested in?
It's something I want to delay for as long as possible. But if I find myself being a parent, I cannot run from it.
Are you alright? Yeah. Next thing, I don't know why this come up. But come on, get the nice one. Them now come up. Probably have to go take them out myself. Is any animal experimentation justified? And we're scientists, so this in line.
Yes.
Yes.
Even though me not gonna be one to do it still.
I think yes too. We eat chicken all.
No, you eat chicken.
I eat chicken. We eat meat, so if we can't kill it, well, we can't test it. But I think there should be conditions for it to test.
Yeah,
so
that's the ethics question. No, that would be an ethics question.
You have some that you're not going to test everybody. You just take out some of the brother, you have to take one for your team.
Yeah. I mean, the mice have been helping us for years now.
So why we have more humans? Jesus Christ.
Look at that
When I wrote this message, Jesus, I wonder if he might think, say, I remember reading before me preempted. Do you think cricket, I know he loves cricket, that's why I wrote this. I personally wrote this. Do you think cricket will ever become a mainstream sport?
In Jamaica again?
Worldwide?
No.
Why?
Cricket
is it boring?
No, it's not. Well, it depends. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So,
because you love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it to death. But no, it's not going to be a worldwide sport. And the reason is, I was going to give a reason, but it's not a good reason.
Is that people not interested?
No, hold on. I was going to say that cricket is an English invention, but so is football. And football is a worldwide sport.
Listen, times change. Things and times change. Maybe people's interests will change soon. With the power of social media.
But I think football is easier, you know, to understand
than
cricket.
Because
cricket is very technical. Very, very technical, you know. The positions on the field, the rules of the game, you know, how to go about the tactics, you know, how to win a match, so it's very technical and it's of English origin, and it's only been played in most think about it, most of the countries who are still playing cricket today were British colonies at some point. The Caribbean
side.
No,
you're gonna make me stop think about it because
think about it. The Caribbean was colonized largely. England, obviously, New Zealand, Australia. But so is football. You see what I say? But so is football. Am I wrong about that? I hope I'm wrong, but I think
where did football start?
I think it's somewhere over there too. But yeah, I don't see cricket becoming an Olympic sport, for example. No.
Should drugs be legal?
What kind of drugs? Of course, drugs are legal. Morphine is legal, cocaine is legal. But when you say drugs, what you mean? You mean like weed? Elvy, put back that. Wait. No. One at a time. Come really say I look for something in my box, you know?
I look for something because...
When you say drugs, what you mean?
Alright, let's just talk about recreational drugs.
What you mean, like the mushrooms and the ecstasy? No.
Listen, I don't think it should be legal. But the more something is not allowed, the more it's used.
Or you mean like
so we say,
the prohibition will increase the risk of people wanting to do it?
If it's not legal, why are we making it? Why are we
Who
making it? The people, not we,
not you. Who is making it?
Who make drugs? Who make cocaine and pump it in our system?
Elvy, but alright, look, cocaine is legal. It is used in dental surgery. You understand what I mean? So there's a market for it. You know? No, you don't. There's a market for it, and there's a space for it, and there's a role for it, there's a purpose.
Right.
But let me not say most, many drugs, they are made for a purpose. So you have substance abuse where you take a drug that was made for a particular thing and you use it in a way that it was not made to be used, and then you have side effects like the highness and the death and whatever. You see me? So, and then there are drugs that are made.
But anything at all that is misused become detrimental. If you take too much water, I don't know what to say about drugs. If you're gonna do it, don't do it.
say no to drugs, people.
All right.
See it, I know.
This is a good one, but it's not abortion, right? Listen. This is me preempting it. Society has bullied the LGBTQIA plus community for decades.
So many letters.
And now trying to capitalize on them. This is a question. Should large corporation cash in on Pride Month?
How would they cash in on Pride Month? I don't know.
Okay, so let me tell you now. So Walmart, Google, all them big corporations now, about 2 years now, suddenly are
pro-Pride.
They changed the logo to Pride. They start selling Pride merch. So now, us may include everybody, may include society, and this globally. We rejected these people because of their personal choices, right? Now go fight
careful. They don't like to say that homosexuality is a choice, you know.
But I them choose it.
Be careful of what you're saying.
Whatever it is.
Because no, because
educate
no.
me in the.
Yeah,
I'm open to being educated.
because
Come
no,
talk to
they
me.
will say to you that was your straightness a choice.
Yes, me say the boy there, I choose to like him.
Did you choose to like men?
Did I choose to like men?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, girls never have none.
They're going to eat you alive for this.
Eat me?
Maybe not your subscribers, but anyway, move past that.
I think I have subscribers who are in the community.
Alright, ask me the question. Should
large corporation cash in on Pride Month? By cashing, me mean selling the merch, sponsoring the thing. You know that we have out here, though?
What?
You know, say we have
groups?
March and stuff. Like
oh, yeah, yes. You know, I know about
you know which year
there was a thing.
Which month they chose? Which week
Child
they
month?
chose? No.
What was it?
You see the week where Jamaica celebrate
Independence. Right. They did it last year.
And the year before them do it.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a week. So should large corporation cash in on
from a business perspective? Of course, why not? From a personal perspective, I wouldn't be a part of that. But
no, you wouldn't be. We're not talking about you now. We're talking about these
businesses.
people.
I mean, the purpose of business.
You still have
discriminatory laws against them.
Yeah.
Well,
I
look,
have two opinions on this.
Businesses must adapt or die. So if you see where this thing can make you $1, by all means go ahead and do it.
That is true. And I have a problem with the people, right?
Which people?
The people that belong to the community. Not that I don't have a problem with you, the idea, right?
You have a problem with their ideology.
I have a problem with the ideology that they don't want the support from the. You want it or not? Yeah, ask for years to be included.
They don't want the support.
There's what I
they must say you were not with us from the morning, from the beginning.
You weren't with us.
Well,
stay without. But I'm saying this is what you've been asking for. You've been asking to be included. You've been asking to be accepted, and suddenly them have a change of heart because, as you say, adapt or die. But I also have a problem. They're only coming to these communities because they are benefiting. Probably that's the thing now.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
They probably think they're being used.
They might milk them. What I think they should do is only accept support from the corporation that has had history of supporting their. You know that they have organizations where try to give them aid and stuff. Because my problem.
But even that, Elvy. So what you say? I cannot change my mind.
You cannot change your mind. You cannot change your mind?
No, I'm asking as a business. I cannot change my mind. So, for example,
I
was
because management changed.
Exactly, and the people who are part of what is LGBTQIA plus. Jesus.
One comedian called them.
I tried not to say that because I don't really want.
It's not discrimination. It's just funny.
Yeah. So I mean. If you say you have been wanting this thing for years, and me say, you know what, let me look into this. All right, maybe these people aren't demons. Let me try to give them a support. I'm going to try to get the support and fight against me. Brother, make up your mind.
Boy, it really rough.
And me scratch your back, you scratch mine. Me make a money for you, you gain some prominence.
As I said that, my back starts scratching me out.
So like, whatever.
It's really a subject that But do you think Jamaica is prepared for this community to get more powerful?
No.
But they will.
Eventually.
The more influential people
come out. Yep. Or declare support for them.
Alright, wait, as I talk about that. Remember a couple years back, right? We so finished. Remember a couple years back, milk.
Yes.
Come out. Yes. Somebody leaked her personal video.
Yes, I remember milk.
And how she lose her job, backlash, everything.
Yes.
And then 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, Skilly Bang have competition for who can give more slappy something. And honey, they owe milk an apology.
No, but you see, alright, watch and let me show you that thing. Let me show you the vibes. That shows you that in this phase of 10 years?
About 10 years.
Society
I think more.
15?
It's about, with the young.
Society can do a complete about face because there was milk, and I remember Vibes Cartel.
And Lisa Hyper.
Yeah, man. I remember Vibes Cartel. I can't say the lyrics of the song here, but he said.
You can say the title of the song.
I don't remember the title. But he said, telling the women, don't eat bleep because bleep and a bread.
Right.
The older subscribers will remember the song,
Most
right?
of my subscribers are our age.
Yeah, man. So, Clarke said, don't name beep because beep and a bread. Talking to women now, right? And then, do you remember the song named Annabella? Remember?
The same person.
Yes, the same person. Make a complete about face. And it is now, it's a buffet.
It's a
You eat what you want. Name till a belly full.
That funny. My man said it's a buffet.
It's a buffet.
No, sir. That's why I don't hold anything. I don't hold anything set in stone.
Things can change, man. Things can change.
Let me tell you this, and I'm known to talking about the future. Jamaica, the population will grow, and they're going to
embrace
it. Look how my man come out as pansexual, and people say, "Oh, okay, next when music come out." Then Dalton Harris.
I don't even.
So he came out
as
pansexual. Like, I think that is. I'll tell you what I think about that after, right? That just means in a business, man or woman or whatever the case may be. Him dip on TikTok with him boyfriend, and people just like, when music come out, when music come out. Yeah, just like the day he said it, Jamaica was googling what is pansexual because it started to trend, and after that day, people like, when I new music.
Okay.
When I new music.
20 years ago, that would be the death of his career.
And why is that death? Why I don't understand. I never understand. Why did we choose to treat them that poorly? Why did we choose to treat them
There's
that
one
poorly?
theory that from slavery, the ways that the white slave masters used to humble the black men is to take them out and rape them. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard
That's what we were saying. It's true. That's what we were saying before we started to record, that our issues come down from as a result of 400 years of
Me I go fight about that still, but
it is a contributing factor. I didn't say it's the only thing. All right, it's the main contributing. Even with housing.
If you say main, I go fight.
It is the main. Even with housing, getting loans from the bank, blah 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 blah. It is. And this parenting, how we parent.
That I agree
is
with.
of course.
I agree with that.
All right, ready? Should murderers and other brutal criminals, including rapists, be executed?
Yes.
Why is death the penalty for death?
People need to get rid of these people. Some of these people, they need to be eradicated from society. And I'm not going to change my view on that.
I know what you're going to say about this, right? Does God exist?
Duh.
Is it? No, wait, different question. Do you believe in polytheism?
No.
Why not?
Why should I?
Do you think one God is able to govern everything?
Yes.
Why isn't there a God for sun, the sun God, the rain God?
No.
Why did we reject that teaching?
All right, let me tell you why. One of the main issues of contention, and you find this with atheists versus Christians, or atheists versus anybody who is a deist, meaning that none are deists. Anybody who believes that there is a God, right? As opposed to someone who does not believe that there is a God. Or who believes that there is not a God. When an atheist or an agnostic says the word God, and when a person who is a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew says the word God, those two, the atheist God and our God, we're not talking about the same type of being, right? Most times when atheists say the word God, they are thinking about an overpowered human being like Superman or Green Lantern. You see me? Where is a quasi-human, but they can just do more stuff. You see me? Whereas when a Christian, I can speak from a Christian perspective, when a Christian says God, they mean an immaterial, timeless, spaceless, transcendent, meaning that it's above humankind's perception. What do you, Elvy? So when we say God, we mean a being that is above all human comprehension, right? That means that the being that we refer to as God has the power to create, he has the power to destroy, he has the power to affect time and space. Right? Now, there can be only one creator. They cannot have multiple creators. Because if I am God and I make the universe and I also make you, and then you have the power to create, your creative power comes from me. You get me I say?
Me hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, but and this is just recent. I was thinking about it. Every organization have the CEO and managers, branch managers. I personally
Are the branch managers equal to the CEO?
Are the branch
They
managers
may represent
equal
him. They may represent the branch man. They may
to...
represent
Yes, but
the
they
CEO.
still have some amount
Of power. Granted by who?
Listen, I'm not denying God, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying he might have some other like
managers.
Like I would still refer to them as, to me, the being, they would still be like God.
Like and is are not the same. It's what I'm saying now. Alright, look, let me use.
But you are of the opinion that just one God and him run everything. I am of the opinion that there's God and he delegates.
Of course, God delegates.
Brother. Yeah, God too, but you are God over this. Yeah, God too, but you are God over this. I'm saying,
but godness.
It could be.
But hold on. But what makes godness?
So is Jesus God?
Of course.
Is he the same as his Father?
When you say this, what you mean power or substance? Is he the same as
God?
If he's the same person.
If he's the same as God, yeah.
Same how? What do you mean by same?
Is it?
Because the answer to that question is yes and no.
So why does my idea of persons having you're God over this, you're God over this, you're God over this. Why is that different from having you will believe in? And listen, not because I'm arguing like this means that I don't believe what he's saying.
This is free thought.
Yeah,
this is free thought.
Why is it that we believe, say, all right, Jesus come, he was in a form of God, but he came for a function, boom, and do it.
As a man.
The Holy Spirit have a function, boom, she do it. But there is still God. So you have God, yeah. So even that's poly. So what about me now, a random Mayan or whatever the case may be that believe that you have the God for the sun, you have the God for rain, you have the God. Why is that different?
Alright. I'm going to go to the Bible.
Go to the Bible, of course. Why not?
And this will explain something to you. Paul was in, I think it's Athens, and he was in a place where they had different statues with different gods, right? Either Athens or Corinth, one of them. And the god of this, the god of that, the god of that, and then they had a statue that they designated to the unknown God.
Right.
Right? And Paul went there and he said, listen, let me tell you about this unknown God. Because you are worshipping him or it, and you don't understand what you're worshipping. And he told them that this is the God that is in charge of the creation. Like making everything. So the point I'm making is this. I understand that you may say, all right, you have one God who made the universe, and then he delegates, you are responsible for that universe, you are responsible for that universe, blah, 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 blah. But those different branch managers, they are still under the authority of the CEO. Yes, so therefore, really and truly, there's only one CEO. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so they are branch managers. Yeah, but they are not the same as the CEO, that me I say.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I think
but you can't call them God.
Another thing that I think also, on a little lighter note, I think that heaven is computerized.
What the hell?
I think that heaven is computerized.
Okay, Elvy.
I think that, because guess what he said? There is nothing new under the sun. That's what they say, right?
Okay.
Nothing new
yes,
under
Proverbs
the sun.
says that.
And to how we are advancing with the technology, I'm inclined to thinking that this already exists somewhere.
Perhaps.
I think God have a database somewhere where we just a slide, and I feel like you have an Excel sheet with all of our
You're very imaginative. I can't deny it, but I've never thought about it.
And if you understand programming, if when statements, if then else, right? I personally think that's, don't quote me, this is just my wildness thinking. Like God say, all right, if boom, if not, loop him. I think heaven is computerized, and then what what we are doing
You
now.
know, you're not wrong because
What we are doing now, what the knowledge that we have now, already exists, and he's just giving us a little bit of it every year, giving. This can develop. This can develop.
That
this
is
can
true.
develop. This can develop.
Well, I believe that. And you see the part where you mentioned about the computer program, if then else, that's true. Because if I mean, in the book that Christians hold up as the truth, which is the Bible, there are times when it appears that God changed his mind, but God didn't really change his mind.
No, it's
God makes conditional promises that are contingent on our action. Place in the Old Testament where God says, if I say to a people, "May I go mash up your city," and the people repent and they turn, he said, "Then I will change my mind and I will not destroy you. But if I say I'm going to build a city and make it prosper, and you turn again to make and mash it up." So that's a if then else.
I think that's how he manages this entire thing.
And so free will is a very important part of
it. So the conditions are there, but
you are the determining factor.
Right. So I think our life,
which is why I'm not going to place a lot of weight on the slavery narrative.
Which is why I'm not going to place
free will. Is the point I'm making?
There is free will, right? But if you are
we're going way off.
No, we're gonna talk about this after the thing. But if this is for us, this is not for people.
Yeah, for people.
We're gonna talk about this because influences.
Yeah, I mean,
it is. It does.
You not deny that. But at the end of the day, Elvy, you have a brain. You have grey matter.
Yeah, but don't hear. You don't hear. Alright, we want to get through as many questions
as
possible. Let's go. This one, I was so smiling when I wrote this, right? Should the politicians be appraised yearly?
Of course.
Why that not happen? Cause you get appraised at work, though. I get appraised at work, Cornwall get appraised at career. Why we don't appraise them? Why we just accept them for 10, 15 years and say, alright, it is.
You know why? You know why?
Lazy?
We have modeled, we have modeled our parliamentary system after the British. And the British parliamentary system, the law, yes, I know.
There again.
Whatever. Their system, it presumes, all of their laws presume the reasonable man, meaning that when the laws are made and commitments are given, it is taken as a gentleman's agreement that if you agree to do this and you violate it, you will resign. If you reach halfway in the work and you realize you can't do it, you will resign. If you're a thief, you will resign. If you commit scandals in office, you will resign. In Jamaica,
well, all four that exist.
Yes,
and
people so we have the structure of the British parliamentary system without the honor of the British parliamentary system.
I think
because see what they are. I would tell me say some minister of somewhere, health minister, resigned because he was found to be in close like he breached social distancing rules with somebody who he is alleged to have had an affair with, and he resigned. I mean that not happen in Jamaica. You thief up how much money and you're still here. I mean, so that we take the thing and we say, oh, we are gonna do no, we don't do it.
I think one of the reasons why they don't do it is that the people have accepted a price. So
then get by what already.
Yeah, give me something. I'm just not saying no. Yeah, give me something. And so we have settled for temporary fulfillment than a long-term morality.
That's true.
Yeah, so you give me $500. I mean, I said and $500 is not a money. It's not money. $5,000 is not even money. I mentioned this one to you before we start recording. I'm gonna ask you on camera now. What do you think about Naomi Osaka? Naomi Osaka. So I don't know if
give us the background.
Okay, so Naomi is a renowned tennis player, right? And they were having a tournament where they have yearly, right? So she's required contractually or whatever the case may be to do press before and after the tournament. She explained to the persons in lecture, she went through the channels, she said, I'm not doing well mentally.
I have anxiety.
And I have anxiety. This makes me uncomfortable. It psychs me out. I'll do the ones after the match.
After the match. So post match, but not pre.
Not pre.
Okay.
The people them say, no, You have to do it. Blah, 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 blah. She said, oh, me have to do it. Boom, withdraw.
Yes.
And she withdrew from the competition, right? But what do you think about the actions that she took?
More power to Naomi.
More power to her.
Yeah.
Why?
This is something I've been sharing with Kirill and my mother over the past couple of months, and it's something that I've discussed with my friends. I am devising a way to exit the former system of work. And the reason is, I'm a lazy person, but laziness is not even the real reason, right? The real reason is, I don't think anybody should be in a position to force me to do what they want me to do by threatening me with money.
Right.
It's what I deal with. So, what happens now in our society is that you have somebody who over you, and they tell you, say, yo, we need it for this and this and this and this and this. And then you say, well, this is not efficient because so and so and so, and I can't do so and so and so because. And then basically what they tell you is that, well, if you don't do it, they're going to fire you. And in the 21st century, when you lose your job, you don't just lose your job. You lose respect, that is one. You lose your income. You lose your freedom. When your supervisor tells you that I'm going to fire you, what they're really telling you is that if you don't do what I say, you're not going to be able to pay for your house. You can't pay rent. You can't pay for the car.
Yeah, it's
you can't pay student loan. You can't buy food.
They not struck a card with me.
You understand what I mean? So there are several things that sentence "you're fired" means, and I am trying to remove myself from the position where this person is the sole determining factor in whether or not NCB come for the car.
I think you should.
It's what I deal with.
You should start a podcast.
Me? No, so I don't have time for that. And people gonna kill me.
No.
Because I say certain things they got chip.
No, I think you should. One, you're able to. Yeah. Two, you are qualified to. And three, it would give you the autonomy.
A platform.
It would give you a platform, but you don't need a platform because you have your opinions, then blah 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 blah. Nobody can take that from you. But it would give you a platform. Not that you need it, but yes, it would give you a platform. But it can help you to establish something else than and. If we never leave so far, I'm with you. Like, we just have a podcast.
Right.
You know what I call it? What would I call it?
I don't know.
The plan for Margaret?
No,
even a plan for Margaret Oyeton. When I build my studio, I'm gonna produce a podcast with you.
Okay, all right.
If none of us migrates,
all right.
I'm building a studio. I mean, I have no plan. I have a dream. I'm building a studio.
My dream.
LVG Soltau Studios, right?
EGS.
LVG Soltau Studio. You can produce your own podcast there, and you and I will run a podcast for ourselves.
Okay.
I want to leave this structure that they have.
Yeah, man.
Called it's not natural.
No, and it's not right. It's not right.
Did you know that? Not Jamaica, but because most of the news we read
is
overseas, right? Persons are quitting instead of going back face to face to work. They prefer to stay at home and work. So they're looking for jobs and I'm gonna say, boss, they come in face to face.
Watch your style, yeah. Me out.
I love it. I really love it because this power that they had over us using a paycheck is now getting, and I love it. There is this person that I love. I don't know if you know him, but I want to introduce you to him. Kevin on stage.
I have no idea what that is.
So he's a Christian who is now a comedian. He's still a Christian, but he's now like, but that's like me. You can talk, you can joke, blah blah blah. That man got fired from being an accountant because he didn't do things when he didn't deserve to get fired. He might use company resources, print comedy flyers, terms for fire. Not he
get catch.
Him say but deserve to be fired. But no, he is a comedian. That man builds a studio. So I'm producing in Bila app, in Bila studio. So you have Kevin Stage app where all of whatever he makes goes on the app. Plus you have things on YouTube too. So you have a lot of content. That man hires black creators, black entrepreneurs, black everything. Him have a podcast with his wife, he have a podcast with his son, he have a podcast with his friend. plus the shows that they make them actually give you content. So the app, it's not like Netflix, but Netflix are the closest thing we can use to explain it to you. So Netflix in our way, original content, blah 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 blah. Not that I want to be him, but I draw inspiration from him, Nick Cannon, Tyler Perry. Try guys, and I'm telling you, if I see them do it, Elvis Soltau can do it.
You can do it.
I'm going to do it. I'm building it. First of all, this is no longer a living room. This is no more
studio. This is the studio. This is the studio. Yeah, it's the studio. You have the light, you have the camera.
Right.
And you have the props.
Wait, as a camera, I'm not mention.
Elvy, seriously?
Tell the cameraman to be there 8 o'clock. What's that? Ooh! He thinks I have a cameraman. We definitely need a producer though. So hopefully we can pay a producer. The amount of things that I put out, I want a producer so that somebody can help me with the content. But Oyeton,
big up Naomi, yeah man. She did the right thing. And hold on.
She did the right thing.
And you know, it's better that she did this than went ahead and then actually start to scold the pre-ones. Because if she had done that, I feel right. And they would have, I know, but the fact that she pulled out and she said, listen, I told you that I'm not going to do this, and you still want me to do it, so here, I'm going to take it myself.
The reporters themselves not even one did it. They ask some stupid questions, like blah blah blah. Yeah, you've heard the questions and what them ask celebrities and athletes. And why is it I don't want to talk to somebody when I have this big match before you have to psych out my brain? You understand? I want to stay focused, my girl draw. And you know what? That devalues the competition, because guess what? You lose a top contender. If somebody win them, did you beat Naomi though? No, you never beat Naomi, so you win. You didn't beat the best in the game, so how did you win? So it's a lose on their side. She know her value, and I'm happy that this generation, our generation, is recognizing our value, recognizing whatever, and not say what my parents did, I'm not gonna do. You're not gonna try that with me. You're not gonna try that with me. Understand?
Yeah, we can't take certain liberty with me.
I said it to you before we started filming. We have the power to change tomorrow, right now. And guess why? We saw what our parents did. Plus, we have access to information. So what we do with what we saw and what we know, we're going to see the effect in the next generation. We should. And I sometimes try. I'm trying to be a good parent. I'm not a biological parent, but I have influence in a children. I have influence in children's lives, and sometimes I find myself I do the old things because I said so. And I have to really catch myself, and I say, you can't do that. Try to explain why a person needs to move, why I need to do that, you know. And all the time I can't explain, and they love us. Why you see? You see generation after we? Why? Why?
That's why the name Generation Z is.
There's your name Generation. Why? Oyeton, I want to thank you so much for coming here. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yes, let's keep the abortion question. But anyway, let us close. Let us close without a fight.
No, we won't fight because you understand what I take. I explain. Let's talk about it. So abortion
I
don't care. This is my show. I decide how long we talk, and if they don't want to watch it, we don't care. I'm making content what I want to. Look how long I'm gonna see 5 years. I don't know.
About 8 years.
And we're gonna see again when we start the podcast. Look here, Oyeton. So we talk. Abortion has been topical. Debate has been a debatable topic for a long time, right? We already know where we stand because we talked about it already. I'm pro-choice.
I am not going to give myself a label. I am. You know why? I said this to you a couple months ago, right? One of the biggest roadblocks to a sensible abortion debate is the two terms pro-choice and pro-life.
But I explained to you.
Hold on. Allow me to tell the viewers why I say that. Right. Because you know why I say that, but they don't know. When I label Elvy as pro-life, and when Elvy labels me as pro-choice, it's as if we're saying if you are not pro-life, you are pro-death. So meaning that you if you are not this, you automatically have to be the polar opposite of that. Isn't it? No.
Right.
There are situations.
So that's you. When I say pro-choice, this is what I mean. I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah. But them never know.
Abortion, I think we talk about it already, with some other guys. Abortion can be prevented by safe sexual practices.
Right.
And that's where I
not having reckless sex.
That's where I am passionate about. That's what I'm passionate about.
Yep.
How can we prevent the conception?
Dash with ambition.
That's what I said.
Dash with ambition. Yes.
I said if you can't, me can say sex on this. Yes, I can.
Yes,
say
sex.
If you can't sex with protection, sex with ambition.
Yes.
And you have.
We believe that.
As a male, I can't talk for a male, but I have brothers and I have the interest in brother and I have interest at heart, right? Protect yourself. Yes. Protect your wealth. Yes. Protect your peace of mind.
Yes. Protect your sperm. Yes.
And you have your seed, You can't, nobody. If you don't give nobody your seed,
they can't take it from you.
Can't take
barring
it from
barring freaky circumstances like I saw in this series where men died, like they meet in an accident or whatever, and somebody went there and they extract their sperm.
Yeah, send me the video there. Or something see.
No, I want series now. I don't remember which one.
What I saw was...
And then they use this sperm that they took from the people to impregnate other young girls after the... Hold on. No, man, you have to get it fresh, like if the man dead, like, no, you have to collect the sperm within like an hour or so. And then, hold on, so the men were married. And good, upstanding family men like some politician man who, and then what they do, when the man then dead, me go tell you, when the man then dead, they extract their sperm, give it to somebody else, make the woman breed with it, and then they use that now for blackmail the wife for money, because they want to keep the scandal down.
What?
Anyway, I show still. But these things are possible. These things are possible, people.
What I saw was this man, he had what they call the desired characteristics. He never wanted children.
But what he did was, a sperm bank.
He was a sperm donor. And he met all the children that he had. He said this couple, same gendered couple, females, meet him with a cup, like a literal cup, like where you see where you use to collect the sample.
Madman that.
He did it, and he meets all the children. He's not their father.
I know what I mean.
So him just meet them
as a courtesy.
But like back to what I was saying. So as the male, protect. If you nobody can get a seed if you don't give it out.
Truly.
Nobody can get a seed if you don't give it out.
Truly.
Don't give out a seed and then send a year.
Don't do it carelessly.
Where the culture they come from, I don't know. Then females.
They stole culture from slavery.
Look at you.
No, yeah, but I'm telling you. But you see, but you realize though, you reinforce my point. You are telling us as peers, and you are telling the younger generation that this is something that is within your control.
It can be.
You see what I say?
With the realization.
So when them hear that now, they can't blame slavery again because you don't tell them. You see what I say? There are things that are within your control. Stop walk and breed, everybody. Stop breed for 7 different men. That is something you can control.
So for the men, for the females now.
Sorry for shouting at the camera.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. Excited.
The females now protect your future.
Yes, because are you the people going to stuck with?
I tell my children protect your. I have to teach the topic to grade 7s, and I have to teach it to grade 10 and 11.
Yeah, as biology.
So I'm teaching 2 groups the contraceptives. Right? Let me tell them. No, protect your wealth.
And you see if this is what pro-choice is or was, I would support it.
Because you have the choice.
Because Elvy is starting with the beginning of the choice. Right. Who do I sleep with? How do I protect myself from the STD or the pregnancy?
Right. What I tell me, I don't know if any other teacher does this, but when I'm teaching this topic, I tell them the primary function of sex is reproduction.
You only feel nice as a side effect.
Yes. It only happens
to feel nice.
It only happens to feel fun. No, you look like me. Sorry about that jump cut. Oyeton, we need to start. We're going to start. I want to start a podcast with you. Me not talk about no.
Okay, you mean like
no? Me think. Yeah. Me think in a 5-year increments.
Okay.
We.
All right. I won't say never.
Me no, but you wouldn't work for me.
No, I'm saying I won't say never. That's what I'm saying.
So we Wait, and you have to go come back. If I'm here, I have to come on my baby, I have to come on my baby because no one talk about other things. Listen, thank you so much for coming. And what we're saying is about the abortion thing. Protect yourself, females. Protect yourself, males. Be
responsible.
Complete yourself first.
Before you make another self.
When you have another child, you are responsible for this child holistically. His health, his wealth. You have to get up and make breakfast. Me and my lazy self get up and make breakfast for who?
I'm not even like get up before 8 o'clock.
Me not even feed my cat for morning. And you came here 8 o'clock on the dot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. When are you coming back?
I don't know.
Maybe I have to come to you. May appreciate it. Make sure so we get pictures together because I don't want another 5-6 years. Not your birthday, we can't even put up your picture.
Until the camera run out.
Camera now run out. Man, we said we painted
Yeah, style things, Elvy.
I mean, not style because that's where I'm coming from as well. I'm just saying.
Style.
Thank you so much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary when it comes.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you in 5 years.
All right.
Oyeton.